In full go at practice, you kind of said at the other media day that you'd be ready to go. What's kind of the first week and a half of practice been like for you?
Yeah, it's been good. It's been great to kind of get back out there with the guys because it's been a long process, just with the knee and everything. Obviously, it takes a lot of time to really recover and stuff. But I think we've done a great job of kind of just taking my time with everything because there's no need to rush. Because I've been here and I've been here for a while, so I kind of know what I need to do and stuff to get myself ready. But yeah, it's been good to get out there with the guys and start compete.
So you've been full contact now?
Not fully. But this upcoming week is like definitely the time where we start doing some of those things. It's like kind of like half course and stuff, and then next week is pretty much going to be full go.
Myles, that's the case for everybody in college basketball now, but a lot of new pieces. You're one of those. What is it like coming to a new team and blending into that and then making it something better than it was?
Well, I think it goes back to the summertime once everybody gets there. We had a lot of team bonding activities over the summer where we went fishing. We had nice cookouts and everything, so we're just trying to just build that team chemistry. That's the most important thing I think for us and anybody else around the country as well. So for us, I believe over the summer was very good for us. Like I said, we build that chemistry and we translate onto the court, and we trust one another. We know each other's going to be in spots, and just ultimately, like I'm saying, just having that trust factor of one another from the time we got here all the way to the end of the season. And I think not just trying to do too much on individually, but putting the team first and putting everybody else above yourself, and then in result, you'll obviously get better and everything else becomes easier.
How important are people like Trey and the other guys who are already here and older guys into making that happen?
Oh, it's valuable. They understand coach's system. They understand how it is on campus when kids get back to school and everything, and just knowing how to lock in, and they just lead us down the right way. Being at Indiana, there's a lot of things that come with it, good and bad. So you just got to be able to keep your head down, and as me and my dad say, we don't look into the lights, we just keep our head down and keep working. And those guys that's already been in the system, they already have that same mindset. They can, not only just for myself, but the other guys that came in as well, they put them down that same path.
You talked about the authenticity with Indiana as kind of the factor that drew you here. What were those conversations with players and coaches like at the beginning that made you decide you wanted to?
Truthfully, the first breakfast I had when I came on my visit, my father, my mother, and Woody, we were all at one end of the table, and the coaches were further down and everything. So just the conversation we had, just talking about our favorite NFL team, because we all like the Cowboys. And he really just treated me like that grandson, and I consider Woody like one of my, he's not really like my grandfather, but I consider him one of my grandfathers. And so he just treated me like family. He treated my mom and my dad like family, and that for me, that was the biggest thing for me.
Where was that breakfast?
Uptown Cafe, I believe.
He was working on these new offense changes.
Yeah, it's been great because obviously it's a new identity, a new team. So you bring in guys like Myles and Kane and stuff like that. It's just guys that can play at a fast pace. I think that's one thing we're going to look at this year is being able to play really fast. And that's one thing we're going to change a lot. Because, obviously last year there were times we could play fast a little bit, but this year the speed we got and the guys that can all handle the ball, and it's not just one guy that can bring the ball. We got multiple guys. So just getting out in transition and being able to run is the biggest thing that we can focus on. And obviously just kind of tweaking some things on offense and finding different ways to be able to score all around. And we got guys that can do that. So just bringing that thing every day in practice and kind of just learning that new aspect of it, it's been great.
How do you build enough depth in terms of if you want to run, having enough guys on the floor that can handle it, that can initiate the break, that can make the right pass? How do you build that in workouts? I know for some guys like you, like Myles, it probably comes a little bit more natural, but a big or a wing, how do you help them sort of learn how to be that initiator when you want to play that fast?
I think just constant reps, repetition of it, and I think just trusting and having the right pieces to do it, and I think we do. And so it just comes with practice, and obviously that's what we spent the summer doing, getting used to each other and getting used to how each other play. Because I mean, obviously you got new guys, so it's all different feel and stuff. But I think it's been great to kind of have that aspect of it. And obviously with bigs and stuff, it's just getting them to run. You know what I'm saying? Because when we get out and go, we all got to run and be in great shape. So that's the biggest thing coaches have been harping on, is us being in good shape. And I think we got a good chance at that.
Myles, going off that kind of transitioning from the Pac-12, Big Ten kind of tends to get into more half court. How do you, as the point guard, try to control the offense and control the pace that you guys want to play at?
Well, Coach, he wants us to play fast, and I feel like he brought in the players and returned the players that he feels like so that we can do that. And for me, I mean, I like to get up and down, I like to go coast to coast, I like to push the pace a little bit more so that we get more possessions. And I just think it's more so about us dictating how we want to play versus like kind of adapting. You know, we want to be the initiator to a lot of stuff. So when it comes to playing in the Big Ten, it is a little bit slower, but we're not here to play a little bit slower. We're here to push that pace and, like I said, get more possessions and push that tempo.
Trey, what does it say about Myles that he's here? Like, it's not common for a new guy to represent the program on media day. Like, what kind of leader is he?
Oh, I mean, it shows a lot. I mean, from day one, the way he came in and just kind of took over as a leader, it's amazing to see. And it really made me proud and happy to have him be my teammate, because, I mean, we haven't had, I mean, it's been tough to kind of have like a vocal leader like him, because there's no one like him I played with ever. So just the way he is able to talk to guys and kind of be that influencer on the court is very special to see. So I'm very excited to have that. And be a part of that, so I'm excited about that.
Can you think of an example where he's like brought the team together in a moment?
Yeah, I mean, plenty of times. I mean, this summer, I mean, there's just times where it's I mean, because it's a new team, so it's hard for guys to speak up because everyone's kind of new, and it's people are shy, obviously, but I mean, he's not. That's a good quality to have, and he's able to kind of bring guys together. That's one thing I've noticed, and there's plenty of times this summer where we needed someone to be vocal, and he was that guy. So I'm very excited to have that, and it's something that we needed, and it's gonna pay off in the long run for us.
On that, I want to say Max said that you all are closer now than what you were last year. Have you kind of felt that already, or like? He kind of mentioned like the whole off-season process was really important for you all.
It was. Like Myles said, we really tried to focus on spending a lot of time together, because, I mean, time off the court compared to on the court is just important. And we got to find that balance of us being able to spend time with each other and be with each other, because like I said, the chemistry is formed off the court as well, and we got to have that to be a successful team if we want to win at the highest level. So just taking it day by day, and like you said, just building that camaraderie with each other is going to be huge, because obviously we all want to win at the end of the day, and so it's all of us coming together and sacrificing everything for each other.
Trey, go ahead. Trey, Malik Renew is an upperclassman now. Obviously, he's starting to grow into that position now where he's coaching as well. How have you seen him grow in that respect? How have you seen his game grow in that? Myles, what have been your impressions of Malik since he arrived?
Yeah, I would say just, I mean, Malik is a special talent. And everyone's known that. He's very special the way he can play. And it's just all about the little things about him, and he knows that. And that's one thing he's been really trying to focus on this offseason, is just fixing those little things. Because if he gets that down, I mean, the sky's the limit for him. And he's, like I said, he's done a really good job this summer of getting his body right, and really trying to focus on staying in shape. And because I mean, there's a lot of times where he would get tired and there'd be lack of discipline that would happen. We'd see that a lot. So just really focus on those little things, and even him just saying that he wants us to hold him accountable as well. That was one thing I saw. I mean, because it's hard for someone to say that when obviously you want to be better, but he told us, like, hold me accountable and make me better this year, this summer. And I think we've done a good job of that so far, and we got to continue to do that throughout the season, because it's a long season, and we're going to need him in the biggest way.
Yeah, like you said, he's a special player, man. He's unbelievable touch around the rim. I know when we need a bucket, we can go down there and he can go get us one. But Malik is just an outgoing guy. I mean, in the locker room, first time I got there, he had to get warmed up to us a little bit. But after that, he's cracking jokes all the time in the locker room, on the court. He's always got a smile on his face. He's always in good spirits. And, sometimes we got to kind of like reel him back in a little bit because he will get, just a little bit upset here and there. But that's normal. Everybody goes through that. So it's like, that's the part, Trey talking about me being vocal, like as a point guard, as a leader, as a captain, I have to make sure that, in times of battle, in times of adversity, like he'll be good, like we're going to be good. And like I said, he's just a special player and I'm happy to be playing alongside of him.
Myles, you talked about wanting to play fast. How important is having that backcourt depth that you can rotate guys in and out?
I think it's very important. I mean, like I said, you got me, Kanan, Trey, Gabe. Like we're up the floor pressure 94 feet. Like we're playing fast. Like I said, we're trying to get more possession. So the better we get in shape, as Coach wants us to say, he wants us to be the best conditioned team in the Big Ten and in the country. Like we really have to live by that because if we're going to be pressuring full court, playing fast, getting extra possessions, you're going to get tired. It's natural. Like, if you can play a full 40 game and you're doing that, then you're not doing something right. And so I think it's important for not only myself, but all of us to be able to lean on each other, knowing that, okay, if X and Y is in, we know they can get it done just as if A and B, And so it doesn't matter which tandem is in at the time. We know that we have full faith in one another to get everything done, and that's what we're going to do this year.
For both of you, you talked about that new offense. Small ball is something that Woodson mentioned could be part of it. What lineups have you tinkered with? What have matchups looked like on both sides of the court, and just how has it felt overall?
Well, obviously, if we're going to play small ball, little Malik at the 5 a little bit here and there, just trying to, spread the guys out, make them guard on the perimeter more. But, we're still not trying to give up too much right now, but, I want to keep it a surprise for the season. But we've been tinkering with a couple different lineups and just trying to see what works, who works with who, and certain actions that we want to, get done and try to exploit for other people.
Trey, you're you guys are experience those new Big Ten arenas as how many players do you expect to build?
Say that again.
What should players expect from those environments?
So the new Pac-12 who's coming in. It's a little bit different for me because Washington being Washington State's rival is always that was a game that everybody wanted to see. When we went to Oregon at that time, I think we were battling for second place, so that game that arena was live and packed. And then I never got a chance to actually play at UCLA, but I've been there, and Poly Pavilion is really nice as well. And then the Galen Center is unmatched. Last year having LeBron James at courtside is kind of crazy, but I think all the schools, they bring their own different little swagger to the conference. Each fan base is kind of crazy in their own way, just like they say that Indiana fan base is crazy. So I just think it's just all about just handling business. It's no different if we went to go play at Ohio State or go to play at Washington. It's the same concept that we got to get done. Just go out there and play hard and win.
What are some of your favorite memories?
Yeah. I'm not pretty much getting back next week is my full go on full court live action. So.
What were some of your favorite memories from that Washington?
Honestly, just seeing the sea of red in the town of purple. Just having our fans out there with us. The game was pretty high scoring. It went to overtime, so that's what you expect out of a rivalry game. And I just love the atmosphere and the ability to go out there and compete and try to get a win.
Trey, your role has kind of changed throughout your career in Indiana. How do you feel like you sort of fit in with guys like Myles and Carlisle and some of the guards you brought in?
I think it's great. Obviously, my role has changed every year. It's going to change this year as well, but just being able to sacrifice that and be able to move in different positions is great. And I think just being able to have guys like Myles and the new guys come in, it's going to really help my game as well. Just being able to space the floor and make plays off the dribble and stuff, so it's going to be great.
I think regardless of how everything goes, I think each and every one of us have to play hard. So I think that's first and foremost. I think just having that intensity and determination factor of we have to do whatever it takes to win. And I think everything else will take care of itself. And now as far as Kanan, he's an unbelievable scorer. at his size, he's 6'2", 6'3", like he can fill it up with the best of them. Like I've seen it since I was younger, and now seen it obviously last year at Stanford, and now at Indiana. It's crazy. But I think his focus and his attention to detail is really, it doesn't get as much praise as it should, because he's not a real vocal, outgoing guy. Like he's not gonna talk too much, but he's always here with us no matter what. Like if I communicate with someone with him on the floor, he's like, okay, yeah, he'll ask me questions even if he may not understand it. So he wants to get better each and every day. I think that, so like I said, his scoring, his attention to detail, and his love for the game, and him just wanting to get better. I feel like those are the things that he really needs to tad on. And like I say, I love to be around somebody like that.
Trey, you kind of watched Mackenzie grow up and take some leaps last year as a freshman. What have you seen from his approach this offseason in practice, and you kind of seen the area where he can unlock this season?
Yeah, obviously, at the end of the year, he started to play really well. He helped us win some big games and stuff. So I think just him carrying that on to this year is going to be huge for us. And just his work ethic and the time he spent in the gym has been great. He's willing to learn too. He wants to win. So just having him just continue to grow is going to be big time for us. I'm excited for him to show what he's been working on this summer.
What do you think kind of clicked into place for him? Just these last couple months in particular, shot the ball really well, rebounded it well as the season went on for Mackenzie. Just what do you think, as you watched him maybe in practice and shoot-arounds and things, just started to really click for him last year that he can carry him?
I think, as a freshman, it's always challenging to kind of find a rhythm. But we trusted him, we needed him because, like I said, we lacked a lot of depth last year, and we had some injury with Xavier, so we needed him to step up in big time ways. And so I think just continue to just boost him with confidence and tell him to play his game, because obviously we knew that he could score the ball at a high level and was a great shooter. And so just keep shooting it, and he did, and he started to make them, and he got very comfortable towards the end of the year. Like I said, he helped us win those games at the end of the year, and it was great to see that.
Myles, do you feel better physically right now than you did going into last year? I know last year everything you went through, you feel a lot different this year.
100%. Put on more weight, just more attention to like how I want my body to feel and look. And like heading into last year, I was just happy to be out there playing. So now coming into this year, it's more being a little bit more aware of, okay, what am I eating? What am I building good habits? You know. And so for me, I feel really great, feel healthy right now, and like I said, I'm blessed to be here.
Myles, you're very familiar with Umar Paolo, obviously. What is it like now playing with him? What are your views on what he brings to this team? And then Trey, same for you. How do you see Umar and what he brings to this team?
I'm happy he's on my team. He be setting screens, I'll tell you that. And he's a big guy. He's relentless on the glass. Like same thing with Malik. If we can throw the ball down there, he can win his one-on-one matchup, and he can get us a bucket as well. But Omar, he's just like I said, a great loving guy. Like our whole locker room just has a bunch of guys who always are laughing, smiles on their faces, and like he brings the energy each and every day. And like I said, I'm happy he's on my team because he be setting big screens. He's always on the glass, and same thing I said about Ken. Like when I'm communicating with him, he wants to understand, like, because we still like trying to get a feel for one another, and so it's a different type of relationship between the point guard and the center. You know, he sends me screens, I have to make sure I wait on him, and he has to roll, he has to catch my passes. So we're always in constant communication, always trying to get our chemistry better.
Yeah, I would say, it's obviously great to have him, and he's a winner too. He's won Pac-12 championships, and he's been in the tournament. Has made some good runs and stuff. So he knows what it takes, and he's brought that every day practice with his